This is my third journal for my third project in my editing class. So for this project, we had to choose from 4 movies. It was either It, um, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and Spectre. Actually, I think it's just those 3 that we have to pick from. So we had to pick one of 3, and we had to make a trailer out of the full film. So we were handed off the film. I picked it, and we were only given one file for this, the movie. And so I watched the whole movie. I had never seen it before, and I watched through it twice, and just to get an idea of how I wanted to make my trailer. I watched the movie. This is the clip here. I'm just running through it. Yeah, this is the clip. And I made sub clips from the movie. For this particular assignment, we had to split it into 5 sequences. So the cold open, the act 1, act 2, act 3, and the final act, which is the button. So cold open, just like a little teaser as to what's coming. Act 1 is you're starting off with like intriguing, hooking the audience into the trailer. 2 is the build up, and 3 is really the climax. And button is one last thing that the audience might be shocked by. And so once I looked through the movie, I created different clips here for Act 1. Here's one clip I created. In this section, he's looking at a balloon. Another one, and this is in the library. Yeah. So essentially, I picked different clips that I might want to include. I made different sub clips from the full film. Of course, I didn't include all of them. Once I picked out the clips throughout the movie, I made different subsequences. So I made one for Act 1, one for Act 2, one for Act 3, one for the cold open, and one for the button. And here's the Act 1 clip. I'll show you a little bit of that.
There's not
no
like
sound.
any town I've ever been in before.
So my process for this is
They did a study once, and it turns out people die or
yeah, so my process for this was I incorporated in over the clips I picked. Some of these had no sound, all right? And instead, what I did was incorporate different audio clips that might be interesting. So looking at Act 2, no sound in this clip. He's just going through this.
My grandfather thinks this town is cursed.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting
all the
sound
bad
bite.
things that happen in this town
And
are
I
because
just
of
intermixed
one
it with
thing.
this.
An evil thing that feeds off the people of Derry.
Yeah, so I just intermixed it. And those are examples of what I did. And then eventually I just put all that together into one sequence. And this trailer had to be no longer than 3 minutes. Mine is just about under that. And yeah, so this is the trailer I created. I will say it was definitely daunting. There was a lot of good sub clips that I wanted to include, but obviously I can't include everything. So definitely trying to create an interesting trailer for this movie was a little bit daunting. But that's my project.